And good evening, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our first Monday membership spotlight. Stephanie Kennedy with me here today. And we're just going to hang on for just a few minutes, give some of you some time to jump on and be able to engage in our conversations this evening. So once again, Paula D'Amico here. I am the president of the local chapter of NAWBO. That's the National Association of Women Business Owners. If you're joining us live tonight, thank you so much for joining us. And I appreciate my guest today, which is Stephanie Kennedy, and she is our communications director for our local chapter. We're so happy to have her here, our communications chair. And the idea here with our membership spotlight is, this is the public page, so anybody can see this, and we're really grateful if you're joining us. And we're putting our members in the spotlight so that you can learn a little bit more about them. Who are they? What are their businesses all about? Because maybe you've seen Stephanie and you think she's an absolute doll, which she is, and and you say, well, I don't exactly know what does she do and what is her business all about? And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So every Monday, we will be live with a different NAWBO sister. We like to call ourselves NAWBO sisters. It is a sisterhood, and we'll be focusing on the Buffalo chapter. But every once in a while, we might have one of our sisters from across the country bop in. So you never know who's going to join us, right? Next week, we have one of our newest members, and that's something wonderful as well. You're going to be meeting some of our newest members, some of our newest sisters, and we're going to start introducing you to some of them next week. Our guest next week will be, and you know what? I'm going to leave it at that. Will be, and that's a teaser, and I will let you know who that will be in a little bit. So let us welcome Stephanie Kennedy. Stephanie Kennedy, so nice to have you here. I don't have sound effects, so I'll make some. And Stephanie Kennedy is the owner and creator of Reach Digital Media Solutions. And thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy that you're here with us.
I'm so happy to be here. This is so exciting to be able to share a little bit about my business, but also talk a bit about NAWBO and maybe give the audience a bit of an insight into what NAWBO is and what, we do as women business owners in this group. So I'm very excited to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, we're happy to have you. So let's dig in already. I've got my clipboard of questions, and you know what?
Okay.
I'm already throwing caution to the wind, and we're just gonna. So, because you know what, this is a conversation. You and I are having this nice conversation, and we actually invite anyone who is watching and joining us as well to ask a question if you have a question for Stephanie. So again, Stephanie Kennedy with Reach Digital Media Solutions. I had to write it down because it was a really long name. But Sorry. You've been in business. That's okay. How long have you been in business?
Now it's been about 3 years. It'll be about 3.5 years coming up now, I think in February or March, which is pretty exciting. Full time, it's been about 1.5 years. So that's really exciting too. But yes, I've been running this business since I was 3 months out of college, which is pretty exciting. Not something that I thought that I would be doing right out the gate, but here I am, and I'm happy to be doing it.
So you are like many of us, myself included. You had another job. You were in school, and you decided to take the plunge and go 100% into your business and dedicate your time, your efforts, your business to digital reach, right?
Yes. It's so rewarding to be able to say now that I'm at this point to say this is my full-time job. This is my full-time career path, and I'm so excited to see where the future takes me, but it's so nice to be able just to move forward with that.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit more about your business. What,
Mhm.
because people are saying, yeah, well, that sounds great, but what is your business, and what services do you provide for your customers?
So I call myself a social media empowerment consultant. Um, and that what that entails is sharing my knowledge about social media with different business owners, whether you're a seasoned business owner or a new business owner, that it doesn't matter what point you're at. There's always something to learn when it comes to social media. But I also manage social media for different businesses. I've worked with over 50 businesses in my 3 years, which has been extremely rewarding to be able to work in all different industries. I've worked with, caterers all the way to therapists to limousine companies, what have you. There is no industry that I don't think doesn't need social media, but there's so much that you can learn on a day-to-day basis when it comes to the digital space, and it's so important to have a digital presence as well, and that's why I do what I do, because it can be intimidating sometimes. So I try to not simplify it, but just take a step back with my clients and just show them that it can be a little bit more automated. It can be a little bit easier and more manageable for them and their business.
Especially now, right? Especially now in the midst of the pandemic, people have
Oh yeah.
learned how to business owners have had to readjust their game plan, their business plan, and they've had to go in a more digital direction. So I'm sure
Hmm.
you've been getting quite a few new phone calls from people saying, help, I need you. I'm not really good at this. Um, and I are you the lady that can help me, and how do we do it? So if I were a new customer and I called you and I said that, now I'm pretty digitally savvy, so I
Yes.
we would be collaborating. But
Oh, definitely.
if I was in that realm where I was saying, I just can't figure it out. I know I need to put myself out there on the interweb. And
I
how
mean,
can you
yes.
on the interweb? Can you help me out? You would say yes, because I can do what for you?
So, as a social media empowerment consultant, I tie into my packages with the social media management. I also do training sessions. So, that helps the client to understand exactly what I'm doing, exactly what I am supposed to be doing for them, and also how they can help along the way as well, because I leave them room to be able to empower them to actually to do some of their social media as well, which is exciting too, because then I can get to work in tandem with everyone. um, I never really loved the relationship between employer and employee. So working as a consultant has been so rewarding for me because I get to on a team with my clients, which I really like.
So you're going to, and I'm this is a new platform for us that we're using. It's called
Hmm.
StreamYard, and so we're having lots of fun with this, my friends. If you like it, let us know that you really enjoy what you're watching and how we're presenting it. We'd love to hear from you. So, okay, that's a super super important service that you're offering. And then you lay out a game plan. And what I liked what you said was that you're helping people, you're walking them through the process. It's not well, okay, I'll take care of everything for you. Whoever
Yeah.
your client is will also learn more about how to handle their digital media as well, because it's hard for one person to do it all, right? And
Hmm.
has there been any on occasion, has there been any cases where, like, maybe you're not just introducing or training the owner, but maybe a few employees as well?
There's only been a few instances where I got that opportunity to work with the employees as well, but that's something I definitely would like to look into helping with in the future. I've had the opportunity to teach a class in the past where I got to show, the employees how to better be on social media, and I think that is something that I haven't really gotten my feet wet doing yet, but it's something that I would be more than happy to do in the future, because I know that you have your business owner and their employees, but if the business owner and the employees know exactly what they're doing, then they're all the better off. Because say if something, immediate happens, that's not always, there's not always time to get things, put together for all of us to get things out so they can, like, in the moment doing stories. That's always a great thing. And I've been able to show employees how to do that. And just doing those supplemental things to help their digital presence even more.
So, our one of our good friends and NAWBO sisters, Gwen, is has been jumping on. She says
Oh
hello
yeah,
to
I
us,
see her.
and
Hi, Gwen.
she says that she has tapped into your resources on several occasions. She says you're great, and it's all about being a partner, a partnership,
Yes.
and an empowerment. And it's true, because you
Mm-hmm.
are definitely empowering your clients. You're giving them some power so that they feel like they are going to be able to take their business up to the next level. So
Absolutely.
so it's not just about posting on Facebook and Twitter. It's about pictures, right? It's about
Mm-hmm.
video. It's about all these things. So with your clients, it's baby steps, I'm sure, with some
Mm-hmm.
clients, right? And with others, they may
Yes.
be. Now, you may have a client or two that's very overzealous. I would probably be under that umbrella. And I would be like,
But
oh,
that's
well,
okay.
Stephanie, I know how to do this, and all these things. But I still need your help. So
Mm-hmm.
in that respect, what would you be offering in that respect?
It's funny that you say that because I currently do have a client that, she has always done her own social media, doing the posting and everything, but she found that there are times where she runs into a constraint when it comes to being able to get some posts out. So we decided that I was going to do some email marketing for her, some blog posts, and also just post a few times a week instead of doing my usual every other day, which I usually do for my clients. Um, so in that regard, there are supplemental things that I can do to help them boost their digital presence instead of doing everything for them, which is and on either side of the spectrum, I'm happy to do either. But when it comes down to it, sometimes you just need a little partnership to get you to that level that you want to be. But as you know, Paula, being a business owner, there are several things that you have to do, whether that's bookkeeping, whether that's, do like writing ebooks, writing, like doing webinars, networking. Sometimes you don't always have time to do everything on your own. So if you have to outsource, you have to outsource, and that's okay too.
Right, absolutely. We all need some help every once in a while, right? Ladies, we
Hmm.
we all we can't do it all.
You can't
So
do it all, but that's
we
okay.
can't do it all. So you have to reach out sometimes and ask for help. And if digital is someplace that you're kind of hurting, then Stephanie could be a good option for you. So Stephanie, we want to give you a chance to, first of all, you definitely have a website. So what's your website?
My website is www.reachdigitalmediasolutions.com. I know it's very long, but I promise it was the only name available that I could find for what I wanted.
And
And of
if
course, go ahead.
go ahead,
Sorry.
no, go ahead, keep going. Sorry.
And I was just gonna say, and of course, I'm on all social media. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter under Reach DMS, or on LinkedIn and Facebook. I think it's just under Reach Digital Media Solutions.
And Stephanie's been so kind to put that right underneath, right beside her name today. So if you
Yes.
need to write that down, we're going to leave that up for you. And of course, okay. So if I'm somebody that's interested in reaching out to you, what's going to be my best way to get a hold of you?
You can either email me at stephanie@reachdigitalmediasolutions.com. Um, Also, I have a business number that you can text, and I just got it, so I'm going to have to look it up. So I'll put it in the comments for everyone if
Excellent.
that would be better.
That would be good, because if I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'd take some notes later.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine.
um, okay, so let's pivot a little bit. Uh, and I want to talk about NAWBO. So
Sure.
for the ladies that are just joining us, some of you may be NAWBO sisters, some of you may be just interested in NAWBO and you'd like to learn a little bit more or like to tap into what is this sisterhood that everybody is talking about. So first of all, NAWBO, National Association of Women Business Owners, and
Hmm.
we are the Buffalo Niagara chapter. Stephanie and I are both part of the Buffalo Niagara chapter. And
Hmm.
Stephanie, I'm going to ask you, what drew you to NAWBO? What kind of was like the little hand in the corner that said, "Hey, look at me," and what interested you and what drew you into the organization?
So I was actually referred to NAWBO through a fellow woman business owner, Joyce DeLong from Allegra Printing, and she was kind enough in my young entrepreneurship boat, if you will. She was kind enough to sponsor me to be in NAWBO for my first year. And that was really exciting for me because I had no idea what I was doing in my first couple of months. And then everything kind of snowballed into me having 2 clients, then 10 clients, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So having that support system to talk to people and say, like, hey, I don't know how to do bookkeeping. I don't know who I should go to for an accountant. I don't know what to do about this. I could reach out to my sister network and just say, and ask those questions and have that as a resource instead of just going, at it through YouTube videos. I could ask people who have been through what I was going through and, taking that plunge, like you said, and through it, I actually met a lot of people who were very integral to my business. People would tell me like, "Oh, like, you should go full time with this. This is great." Um, People give me opportunity to connect with other people throughout the community. I got really involved in more things because of NAWBO, which I'm very thankful for every day. And I'm here 2.5 years later, and I'm, now the communications chair, which is insane to me, but it's something that I've always been thankful for when I look back on the last couple of years in this business, because I don't think I would have been able to have the confidence um, or the support to move forward as much as I have.
It's it is incredible, isn't it? That camaraderie, that sisterhood,
Yeah,
that is created within this organization, and and honestly, I feel like the Buffalo Niagara chapter has just an incredible group of women that we are so supportive of each other. And we were talking a little bit beforehand, and I was giving you the heads up that I was going to ask you to share a NAWBO story or two. And I think we all have. So for all the NAWBO sisters out there, I think we all have stories that we like to
yeah,
share. And some, if not all, are inspirational. They give you hope. They give you that feeling that you can succeed and that push to succeed. So
yeah.
why don't you share a story, one of your favorite story or two or maybe even three if you got it.
So the story I want to share today is a little focused around my mom, who, if you know me, I unfortunately lost my mom back in March of this past year due to brain cancer. And when I found out about her cancer initially, which was about, it'll be 3 years this year that she was diagnosed. Um, I turned to my NAWBO sisters when I was at the meeting and I said, I don't know what to do. Should I stop my business? Should I focus on making sure that she's okay? Like, should I do this? Should I do that? And every single one of them told me to just keep moving forward with it. Um, and the one thing that I got out of it too was actually from Gwen. She said to me, she said, the most successful people go through the most. And that resonated with me because it just gave me a little bit more push to push through it. And for that 2 years, I was still building my business. I was still, tending to clients. I was still doing all of that, but I couldn't have done that without the encouragement of my NAWBO sisters. And that was a really big thing for me. And I'm like I said, I'm thankful for that. And, I've been able to talk to, so not only am I finding value in it business wise, but also on a personal level, which is amazing in so many ways. And I've been able to fortunately work with a lot of my NAWBO sisters in one capacity or another. And that's really awesome too. One of my first clients in my first year in NAWBO was Jackie Leonard from Rove, and now that's like my main place to shop, and I model for them sometimes,
I
which is
know.
super
I
fun.
love Rove. I love
Yes.
Rove.
And she gave me the opportunity to work with her and to show her what I got. And she had a lot of like really good critiques on like what I was doing and how to maneuver different things, and it challenged me to be better. It challenged me to do what I can for my clients. And that was a very good experience.
Man, it just struck me right in my heart, when you're sharing your story. And it made me feel, I could feel it, I could feel, I know what you were going through, and you and I have had some conversations over the past year.
Yeah.
And, when you go through life-changing events, you need a support group, you need a community, and
Yeah.
you need the sisterhood that NAWBO provides, because it's that support group, but it's so much more, right?
Yeah.
There's, I always say, oh, there's tools you can use, and there
Hmm.
truly is, but I don't think anything really compares to that sisterhood, because there's
Oh,
always
absolutely not.
something to be said for experience
Yes.
and connecting with people, and even now in the midst of a pandemic, we're still connecting, and we're still
Yes.
coming together. So do you have another story that you'd like to share?
I have two other things I wanted to share. And I think I think you'll find this very funny. So my first year in NAWBO, we did a white elephant for Christmas.
Mhm.
And I was cracking up the entire night because I had gotten one present, and people in the audience may remember this. I don't know if they do, but um, I got a present, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" It was a scarf, this beautiful scarf, and I was like, "Wow, like I love this. This is so me." And then somebody stole it from me because it's white elephant. So and the whole table went mama bear mode. They're like, "We'll get it back for you, don't you worry." And then someone created their present to give back to me. But the whole mama bear aspect, I was really appreciative of. It was very funny because being a NAWBO, I started being a NAWBO at 23. And to be able to be embraced by everyone, even at that age, and to be told that I am, worth it, and I am, going to go places, even at that age, was phenomenal. Because I don't think that I would have never thought that a group of women who have been in business and they know exactly what they're doing would have embraced me so, like, so fully, and so, like, go, good for you, girl, you did that. Like, it's just so amazing to have that support system, and to see like how I went from being a college student to being a business owner in the matter of 3 months, and everyone being so for it, and not saying that I couldn't do it because of my age, and they never once doubted me because of how young I was. And that was a huge, huge turning point for me, because I was told, like, you're young, sit down, be quiet, for so long. And then I come here and I'm like fully embraced in that way.
I love it. It's true, and and you don't, if you are watching us for the first time, and you're trying to kind of wrap your head around a NAWBO and what we do, and what our organization's about. Our business, our women in business are leaders in the community. They are leaders in the business community, and they come from all walks of life. and they come from all different types of careers and businesses, and the stories alone that you can, like, Stephanie sharing, she's got one more story to share. I want to make sure that we have enough time for it. But the stories that you hear and the conversations that you engage in and that you have, it goes beyond the walls of a meeting. We have a monthly meeting, and well, back in the day, like about 11 months ago, we met in person.
Yes.
And we'll do that again. We'll do it again. In the meantime,
Hmm.
we're on Zoom, and it was amazing when we met in person. And even now when we meet, even though we have to do it digitally for the safety of all, when there's like a whole big bunch of us that pop up on the screen, everyone's like, hey, ho, hey, it's and everybody wants to talk at the same time. They're so excited. So that, those meetings and getting together and sharing stories and that camaraderie, there's nothing like it. So why don't you share your third story? What's your third story?
I think I may have touched upon it, just being embraced and everything, but
Oh,
just it I meant for that to be my third story, but that's okay.
well, that's okay.
I've just had so many good, I just want to say that I've had so many good experiences just being in this organization. I've been given the opportunity to go out of state to the conferences. I haven't been able to take advantage of those opportunities, but I think that NAWBO really practices what they preach when it comes to, advocacy, but also, empowering each other to be the best that we can be. And I think that for a long time, there was always this, like, you know, idea of cattiness, but now we're in a day and age where women support each other and women really build each other up. And I think that is so incredibly important, in ending industry, that we build each other up, to be successful and to be in all aspects, not just professionally, but personally as well, just successful and happy. And to be able to build each other up in that way is so rewarding. And I love that.
It truly is. So we've only got about 2.5. Can you believe this? Half an hour went by so
I
fast.
know, it's crazy.
Yeah, my goodness. So if you threw questions in, I don't see any questions in the chat box area. So if you do have any questions, reach right out to Stephanie, and Stephanie will be able to connect you and address any digital questions, or if she can help you, or maybe we're all about, we refer each other, so if one person can't
Yes.
do it, we pretty much know if somebody else can do it, and that's what that sisterhood is all about. So, Steph, I'm going to ask you to recap something in just a second, but I just want to remind our ladies about a couple of things. So, if you love this broadcast, awesome. This is our weekly member spotlight on Mondays, Monday member spotlight. And we're going to be live here every Monday with a different NAWBO sister, and we'll be sharing their experiences with NAWBO and their experiences as a businesswoman. It's not just about the business. It's being a businesswoman, because we have a lot of things that we take care of, and a lot of things that we tackle, and in that support group, the sisterhood is so important. So, every week it's going to be a different person. We're going to be talking about different businesses and in different hurdles and different wins and victories as well. So next week, our guest is going to be Robin Grandin, and she is our newest local. I don't know who she is. No, she's my sister, but she's also the newest member of the Buffalo Niagara chapter. So it'll be great to have her on, and we're going to learn more about her organization called Music to Remember. But with less than a minute left, I want to give Stephanie a chance to reiterate all of her information for her to be able to reach out to you, and you have a special event coming up. So go.
Yes. So the special event that we have coming up, I am doing a webinar with my dear friend Dana from Adore Studio Photography. And I just want to just make sure that I have the name right because we actually posted it today. So it's called Branding at the Next Level. And we are going to be talking about how branding photography can be implemented into your digital marketing plan. And that's something that we actually did a partnership with. So I was able to experience that time with her to be able to do my branding photos, and then I utilize that for my social media, which many of you may have already seen. Dana's amazing, and I had such a good time with her. But that's going to be on Thursday, February 4th at 6 p.m. It's called Branding to the Next Level. That you'll find that on my Facebook page of Reach Digital Media Solutions. Excuse me. It's about $10 to come in and join us for that hour to answer any questions that you might have about branding and branding photography and how to use that photography for your brand and why it's important to do it as well. But also, so that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to. I'm also going to be live on Clubhouse tomorrow at I think 3 p.m.
Oh my gosh, this is my favorite we're over, but that's okay.
That's okay.
This is my favorite new little place to go, Clubhouse.
I know. I'm so excited that I'm going to be going live on there because it's something that I've always wanted to do since I heard about the app. So that tomorrow is going to be, yes, at 3 p.m. I'm going live on Clubhouse. And if you are on Clubhouse, I would encourage you to follow me out because I would love to follow you back. Follow me on Instagram so I can follow you back. On LinkedIn, please connect with me. And also, the way that you can reach me is Stephanie at reachdigitalmediasolutions.com. And I'll also put my business phone number in the chat. I don't know how to do that with this, but
we'll put it on Facebook because this isn't going to be on. This is going to live on Facebook. So we will put all your contact information in your cell phone. Well, if you want it out there, and your website and anything else that you want to put out there. So, Stephanie, I want to thank you so much for being our very first guest. It was just absolutely, you brought me to, you made me laugh, you made me cry, you made me go awe, you made me feel, and you empowered me. You made me feel like, that we can do it together. And
absolutely.
I'm so happy that, you're part of our local organization. And I'm so happy that you were able to take some time out to share more about you and your business. Reach Digital Media Solutions. I know I have to look at my piece of paper all the time because I want to make sure I get it right. So listen, everyone, I want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. Every Monday, the Monday members, I have to think of the name of that. The Monday Member Spotlight. We will be live here every Monday. And you can connect with some great ladies. And if you'd like some more information about NAWBO, just message us right here on Facebook. And it would be happy to reach out to you and connect you. So God bless everyone. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining in. And we'll see you here live on Facebook next Monday, 6 o'clock.
Thanks so much, Paula.
Thank you.